To build this trellis, you'll need at minimum 2 T-posts, so you can build it with more than 2 T-posts by using a T-PVC coupler. Each coupler, no matter if you use the elbow or the T-coupler, has to be 1 1/4 inches for it to fit on the T-post top. If you're going to build a trellis with only 2 T-posts, then you will need 2 elbows, and again, they have to be 1 1/4 inches for it to fit on the T-post snugly without it moving. Then you will need a conduit, which runs up to 10 feet in length. You have to figure out the length of your conduit and your bed so you can get it cut at Home Depot or whatever warehouse you want it cut at, or if you have the equipment yourself. You can also grab the coupler and start playing with it at the warehouse. Most of the times they have the T-post and the conduit, which is about 1 inch, so you can just start fitting them together to see that you have a snug fit. So what I decided to do for this trellis, I decided to get another coupler that fits into the original coupler, and then you don't have any playroom for it to move at all, and it's very sturdy. The last 2 items you will need is a type of string for your plant to be attached to. Polyester or twine will work, and a hammer or a T-post driver. I promise you the T-post driver will be a lot easier. There is a specialized tool for the T-post that will make things a lot easier and faster. The cheapest one is $25, I think. I just couldn't find any. They were all out. Everyone's been gardening like crazy lately. And the hammer takes quite a toll on your hand after a while. Anyways, that's gonna take a while, so back at it. Alright, so I had to go get my conduit cut about 2 feet from each pole. So you could either leave it with the 1 1/4 inch coupler adapter, or you could get other adapters and make it fit more snug. But I left them purposely a little bit longer so they could give that tension towards the middle post and they won't go anywhere. Once you get your T-coupler or elbow coupler, you might also want to get other couplers to insert inside the T or elbow coupler. This will allow for less movement of your conduit. Remember, your conduit will be 1 inch, while your T-coupler or elbow coupler will be 1 1/4 inch. Having PVC coupling that snugly fits onto the conduit will allow for less movement of the conduit and more stability of your trellis. If you decide to go for jute twine, you can tie the jute twine onto the conduit. Once it's tied onto the conduit, you can roll 1 or 2 pieces of jute twine. 2 pieces will increase the stability of your trellis. You want to grab any form of stake. Then roll it down, and once it reaches to the ground, grab a stake, tie it onto the stake, pound the stake onto the ground, and then trellis your plant onto the jute twine. I prefer the unreasonable tie. In other words, making it as tight as possible without actually knowing what kind of tie you're doing. I was not a Boy Scout. And now I'll take off the original staking. I know this is a very sad excuse of a tomato plant. This tomato kind of survived here by itself, being shaded and everything all summer, and now finally, yeah, hopefully it gets to shine a little bit. And that's all you do. You just twist it around like that. And as it grows, you want to just keep twisting it around. So let's run up the cost of a two-sided T-post trellis. So one T-post that is about 8 feet, the measurement is up to you, but the 8-foot one is going to cost about $7 to $8. So two T-posts will go about $16 max. Then you want a conduit. They run up for about 10 feet each, and that'll cost about $5 to $6. Then you have the couplings on the sides. That goes from 75 cents to $1.50 each. And you're going to need a total of 2 elbows on each side. Then you would need 4. So that would cost about $4, $5 at most. Then you need the netting. You could either use a polyester netting from Amazon or from anywhere you find it, which will run you about $7 to $8 plus shipping in case you don't have Amazon Prime. I don't. Or you could use twine. Twine is going to cost you about a total of $3, which I will recommend. Don't ever go to the garden center for the twine because it costs more. Go to the arts and crafts, not the store, but the arts and crafts section of Walmart, which will cost for about $3 to $2 for a nice set of twine, which is 3-ply most of the time. That one you could make it spend for your garden for a very long time. So I will put up the price right here for the total of that's going to run you up. Hopefully it helps. Thank you to Josh Sadden for giving me the idea of this video. His video was very helpful in making the trellis. He's the one who originally made it that I know of, and so I'm giving him credit for that.